People love to talk about neural networks like they're precision instruments of scientific truth, as if deep inside those tensors, past the layers, past the gradients, past the mysterious zone labeled here be dragons, there's a pristine theorem sipping tea and waiting politely to be discovered. There isn't. There is only chaos wearing a lab coat. Underneath the hype, deep learning isn't equation solving, it's equation bullying. You don't solve the problem, you poke it, you jab it, you whisper threats to your GPU, you shove one parameter north, pull another south, and pray the loss curve stops looking like a cardiology problem. Why? Because actually solving the real objective mathematically isn't just hard, it's comedy. It is so far beyond human ability that calling it impossible feels like a personal insult to the word impossible. We do not solve neural networks, we negotiate with them. We beg, we plead, and occasionally the universe gets bored and lets something work. So let's begin in the one magical place where neural networks briefly pretend to obey the laws of sensible mathematics. One input, one parameter, one output, one lonely data point staring existentially into the void. Y equals Wx, loss equals Wx minus y squared. Here, life is civilized, calm, predictable, like a polite spreadsheet. You can differentiate it, you can solve it, you can write down the exact answer like a respectable adult who irons their shirts. Enjoy that moment. Frame it, hang it in a museum, because this is the last time anything about neural networks feels like it belongs in a calculus textbook. Now add just the tiniest bit of complexity. 2 parameters, 2 data points, still math technically, but now the walls vibrate slightly. The loss surface becomes quadratic in multiple variables, full of cross terms, equipped with a Hessian that definitely judges you, curving in enough directions to qualify as an amusement park ride designed by a lunatic. You're no longer solving, you're wrestling. Congratulations, you've left mathematics and entered aviation. You are now piloting the problem. Turn the knob further. P parameters, n data points. Now the loss has n squared error terms, interactions between basically everything, curvature everywhere, personal attitude. When p equals 1,000, the Hessian has 1,000,000 entries. When p equals 1,000,000, it has 1,000,000,000,000. At that point, the equation stops being math and starts being a geographical feature. You don't solve it, you climb it, preferably with oxygen tanks and a Sherpa. You cannot expand it, you cannot visualize it, you cannot understand it. It is now a physical object that merely allows calculus to exist near it. Fast forward to a modern LLM. 1,000,000,000,000 parameters, 10 trillion training tokens, 50,000 classes per prediction. Total loss terms, roughly 10 to the 17. That is scientifically categorized as a stupid number. The objective function is unwritable, unstorable, unvisualizable, unpronounceable, fundamentally beyond the jurisdiction of mathematics. You cannot solve it. You cannot even pretend to solve it without lying to yourself in a soothing voice. There are no global minima. There's no neat shape. There's not even a chart. So what do? We stop pretending this is classical science, and we start improvising like jazz musicians with PhDs. Enter the hack that powers the entire field: perturbation. Gradient descent is not solving the function, it is interrogating it. Every parameter is asked the same extremely stupid question: if I poke you slightly, does existence improve or get worse? That's it. That's the multi-billion-dollar guidance system running modern AI. We are not finding the truth. We are not computing the cosmos perfect answer. We are not doing grand enlightened mathematics. We are nudging, reacting, stumbling forward, hoping the slope doesn't betray us, occasionally screaming internally. Billions of nudges, trillions of microscopic shoves. Deep learning is not elegant mathematics. It is controlled downhill falling refined into a business model. And the miracle isn't that it feels scientific. The miracle is that it works despite looking like a sophisticated physics prank. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked what you saw and are interested in seeing more, then don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, then please do leave them down below.